What's up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Bosley. You can find me on Twitter at ArtisticGamer28. That's the one, the only. It is Scott Savage. You can find him on Twitter at Savage. Scott, what is happening today, man?
You know, that intro this time just reminded me of Roller Champions.
I'm liking
it.
I was going to ask about that one. Are you enjoying that game? How's that one going?
I am. I jump in for maybe 5 or so games at a time. They're really quick. So I jump in, jump out.
How's your skill level? You getting up there? You getting some points there on the rolling around?
I'm starting to get pretty good. I think I have about 1,000 fans, which, yeah, I surpassed 1,300, and then I'm starting to look like I have more fans than we do.
Ow. You can help us out, though, over on twitch.tv/the official ITG. Hit that follow or go to YouTube at ITG Reviews and hit that sub button. You can always help support us that way if you can't join us live. But if you can't join us live, you can always join us over at InsideTheGame.ca, podcast services, and TV streaming networks around the globe. We see those numbers, Scott. Beat that. Now, let's get into today's show.
If you want to drop any comments on YouTube or the like, we would love to hear from you all the time.
Absolutely. Keep that conversation going. Join our Discord, too. We do have one of those. Scott, it's the show today that everybody's been talking about, the future of Kojima with PlayStation. PlayStation fans, you Sony ponies, I'm calling you out right now. Suck it up, because we're going to get into that conversation, Scott. PlayStation fans can relax. Kojima may be working on his next project with Xbox, but he'll be back with PlayStation once again. Goldeneye 007 fans are confused, and we got some bad news for Gears of War fans. What a show it's going to
be. Before we get into it, though, I want to correct myself. Yesterday I spoke on Diablo 4, but my comments were actually directed towards Diablo Immortal. I was confused, being that Diablo Immortal is the 4th one, but
technically,
it's not numbered, so my mistake.
It's the one that gouges you for your pocket is Immortal.
I had a friend that says it's really not so bad, but I'm not in the space myself.
Beg to differ, Scott, but yeah, just from what I've heard, dude, I haven't even checked it out. Are you gonna check it out?
I'm not super a Diablo fan, so I think I'm going back to Diablo 3.
Oh, well, that's just okay.
Spin to win Barbarian again. If you know, you know.
All right, let's get into it. Kojima to keep working with PlayStation after Xbox deal announced. This comes from Marie Delisandri over at GamesIndustry.biz. Kojima Productions has confirmed that it will continue working with PlayStation following the announcement of its Xbox partnership yesterday, or in this case, Sunday. The Hideo Kojima studio posted a first tweet saying, quote, "As an independent creative studio, Kojima Productions will continue pursuing work on creations for our fans." Quote, again, this is end quote, start quote, this quote, that quote. That's kind of a weird setup here, Scott, but that's where we're pulling this from. "We will explore various possibilities with games, movies, and music. Through platforms that evolve with time and technology," end quote. It then published another tweet explaining that, quote, "many people," end quote, it's going to be one of those shows, had asked about the state of the studio's collaboration with Sony Interactive Entertainment following, quote, "the announcement of its partnership with Microsoft using cloud technology," end quote. It added, quote, "Man, this is exhausting. Please be assured that we continue to have a very good partnership with PlayStation as well," end quote. Hideo Kojima announced his new partnership with Microsoft during the Xbox and Bethesda showcase on Sunday. He unveiled that Kojima Productions is working with Xbox Game Studios on, quote, "a completely new game," end quote. He has, quote, "oh man, this is killer, Scott, always wanted to make," end quote, "enabled by Microsoft cloud technology." Okay, well, I'm done with the quotes. That's it, I'm finished.
I think the amount of quotes here and the reason for this is everybody is trying to decipher the exact word that he's using. Okay, what do these words exactly mean? And the man, the mystery, the myth, the legend. So
yeah, for sure.
It makes sense to be so, analyzing of what he's saying. But what he's really saying is that it's not really up to the brand necessarily. He just wants to use whatever technology is available to create.
He's a creative person that wants to go where he wants to at the time of need to create whatever he's making, right? Like, that's the biggest thing. Here's the thing, dude. We're sitting on Sunday. We're sitting in the Xbox Fan Fest setup, I guess you call it, right? The theater. and we're there, dude. Huge, gorgeous crowd, right? There's tons of people there. We're all watching it, having a great time. Kojima comes up, the whole crowd loses it because nobody, like, we haven't had Kojima over on Xbox ever. So to have that kind of that big stepping stone, right? Like that's a pivotal get for Xbox. Yeah, I can see the PlayStation fans go, "Oh, whoa, what about us?" Well, yo, you've had Kojima forever. Like, let's be honest, right? Like he's coming back. He's not disappearing. So it's the part that got me, Scott, yesterday or the day before was the minute he announced he was with Xbox, a petition went up. This petition went up to stop Kojima from going to Xbox.
I don't believe that's how petitions work.
You can't do that. This
man has creative agency over whatever he creates, and he's never going to stop creating. So if you want to catch some of that on your side of the aisle, I think acting amicably would be nice. You don't want to alienate the guy from your favorite platform, and even if it is your favorite platform, this man is an obelisk of creation for video games at large. It's not about brand Xbox versus PlayStation. That's silly. And if you're so mad that Kojima's next title could go Xbox only, I would point you to Metal Gear Solid 4, Spider-Man 1, 2, God of War, if you've ever heard of that. There's a million other exclusives that we could, take pot shots back and forth, but it really doesn't do anything for anyone.
No, it doesn't, right? I'm so tired of the console war crap. Like, it just, you know what? Let Xbox fans enjoy Kojima. Your petition is just absolutely absurd and ridiculous, and get off your high horse. You don't need it. Absolutely. It's absolutely absurd that somebody even think of creating that. It blew my mind when I heard that yesterday. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But dude, Kojima...
Can we get Death Stranding 2 perhaps on Xbox? I'm looking forward to that. If there is something that's going to cross over. Can we get Death Stranding 2 where he has a little red wagon? I was going to bring that up the other night because why does he not have a little red wagon?
Just help carry all of his boxes behind him.
I mean, it looks a little easier than falling down a mountain. But what do I know?
It sure does. But it's, you know what? It's exciting to see Kojima come over. Now, there's also rumors that he's working on a game called Overdose, which is a horror game. So I'm out once again.
With the wording of Overdose, I have that gives me an idea of what the game could be. The idea of horror coming from Kojima is something I'm excited about.
Yeah, no, definitely going to have a lot of people interested who's going to follow this one real closely. We'll follow it. I'm going to look from a distance because
is this the one that's rumored to be PT, but kind of changed around? Some concepts from PT used.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. That's another one. If anybody has a PlayStation with PT on it, hit me up in the DMs, please. It's savage.
That's right. So it's exciting to see that, but he will be back again. Of course, the PlayStation, what he's going to be working on. I think Kojima Productions is looking to expand that they can work on multiple titles at the same time, right? So they're going to be able to get in there with PlayStation and work with Xbox at the same time. If you are a fan of one over the other, I get it. Everybody's got their preferred, but at the end of the day, if you're able to, like we are, at least some of us, dude, you jump into both consoles and you're having a blast. Like, that's what it really comes down to.
My favorite console is indeed my Xbox. But just like it's my favorite and I want people to respect that, I will respect it if you could play on just a mobile. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
But
we don't have to be at each other's throats.
No, you can with Game Pass. Here's the other thing too, right? When Microsoft launches whatever Kojima's working on, dude, they're going to PC with it as well, right? So if you have a gaming PC, there's the ability to get it there. If you only have a PlayStation, then yeah, unfortunately, you're probably going to be left out, because I can see Microsoft making sure that this is an exclusive title. It's using the cloud technology from Microsoft, so I can't see them branching that out over into the world of PlayStation as well. So that part kind of sucks. I get that from a fan perspective, but at the same time, business is business at the end of the day, Scott. If Microsoft is going to throw a bunch of cash at Kojima Productions, where do you think he's going to go, right? Like,
no, the only fandom that has room to complain is Nintendo. I don't believe Kojima's ever touched Nintendo, has he?
I don't think so. Okay.
Oh, so actually, Twin Snakes on GameCube. I played the Twin Snakes on GameCube. How could I forget?
I was going to say, there's that, and the original Metal Gear was on Nintendo.
Oh, that's right. That was a Nintendo Entertainment, wasn't it?
Yes, it was way back,
I
dude.
really want to play those games.
All right, let's get into the next topic. My goodness, it is GoldenEye 007 fans confused after lack of remastered announcement from Xbox. This comes from Logan Moore over at comicbook.com. Fans of the classic Nintendo 64 shooter GoldenEye 007 have been left puzzled today after, well, this comes from Sunday, after the Xbox failed to announce a remaster of the game at the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase. For the past week or so, multiple leaks have pointed to this remastered iteration of GoldenEye 007 not only existing, but releasing quite soon. As such, most people expected Xbox to have something to say about the project on Sunday. Unfortunately, such an announcement never ended up coming to fruition, which has fans wondering when it might pop up. Scott, any thoughts right there? I want to stop right there. What is going on with GoldenEye? We talked about it last week. Here we are, Bethesda Showcase now over, Xbox done. Nothing from GoldenEye.
I was expecting, I think I said it in our Discord, I was expecting them to either lead or end off with 007 because it's almost a guaranteed home run. Who's ever going to complain about that game coming back as a remaster? But there's a couple things that this could mean. Either one, the rumor, the spoiling, just kind of put it to the next event, or it's not coming in within 12 months. So maybe this kind of pins down a little bit more of a time frame. But then again, we have rumors that say somebody has unlocked achievements based on this game. Well, it must be nearing the exit door if it's not quite, it has achievements coming out already. So
absolutely.
I am puzzled. You could say I am both shaken and stirred.
Oh man, oh touche. Not long after the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase came to an end this Sunday, social media began to fill up with questions from fans about why the remaster of GoldenEye 007 wasn't announced. After all, the game's existence is widely known at this point, so it's not really a question of whether or not it's real. Instead, fans have been left waiting to see when the re-release will be shown off, given that many of the previous leaks associated with GoldenEye 007 Remastered, if it's the official name at all, stemmed from Xbox. It seems likely that the Xbox would reveal it. Now, dude,
I hope it keeps its title, because I've seen people online making the joke, GoldenEye has gone rogue agent, which was the second titled GoldenEye, and that was not related to Pierce Brosnan's GoldenEye. Actually, in fact, I believe, spoiler alert, within the first mission, Pierce Brosnan as GoldenEye passes.
Well, there you go.
You take on his role in it. It's a very strange game, you know what? And I played it 20 years ago.
So it's here's the thing, Scott. If the Xbox Bethesda Showcase showed us anything, they showed us what we're getting over the next 12 months. You brought that up, right? GoldenEye is not coming this year. Like, for the next year, we will not see GoldenEye. Isn't that a little puzzling when PlayStation, when achievements are getting dropped and they're popping and stuff like that? Like, it's no secret. But again, right? You talk about other games too that they're just getting pushed. We're still in that stage of getting out of the pandemic, but yet we're still somewhat in the pandemic, and it still has an effect on the overall studio and where they're at. But they could be working on multiple projects, and this is one that they're just kind of slowly working towards. And then when it is announced, maybe we do get it this year as a surprise addition to everything else we have lined up. 50 games, Scott, coming.
Perhaps it's developmentally there, but there was the issue of licensing and legalities back in the day. So I'm not sure if maybe those are still yet to be kind of wrapped up, but I'm hoping it doesn't go scale bound. That's my biggest fear.
Ooh, dude, will we ever see that game again, you think?
At this point, I'm hoping PlayStation snipes it, and you can have that one, Sony fans. I just want to see it hit the light of day. Yeah,
me too. Dude, that game looked cool. I was shocked to see that go. It must have had some pretty troubled waters if they pulled the plug on that one. But either way, let's get into a new Xbox report. It's bad news for Gears of War fans. It comes from Tyler Fisher over comicbook.com. A new report from prominent Xbox insider is bad news for Gears of War fans. I'm gonna say has bad news. It's been almost 3 years since the last Gears of War game. Dude, Gears of War 5 was 3 years ago?
Wait. Holy, how did that happen?
Wow.
You and I played Gears of War 5, and that was 3 years ago?
Man, that's insane.
I feel like I joined the team a couple months ago, but time skips for me.
Yeah, it's just a never-ending circle. And even longer since the glory days of the series, after Gears of War 3, the Coalition took over from Epic Games and has since released Gears of War 4 and Gears of War 5. Two appreciable installs, but two games that have failed to cultivate the same level of acclaim and popularity as the original trilogy. Dude, Gears of War 5 was sick. That game was awesome. I really enjoyed that. A lot of people played the multiplayer, but I haven't seen it, like they said, really take off the way 3 did. You know what I mean? Or even 2.
I feel like Judgment kind of killed that hype, and that's really unfortunate. I really liked Judgment, but that was because I hadn't spent a huge amount of time in Gears since the first game.
That sucks, man. It's just kind of one of those things. But
the first game was just gridlock all day, every day. One map is the only one I remember.
That's fair. In other words, the series has been in the decline, and there's no word of Gears of War 6. What there has been word of, I'll bet only rumors, is a Gears of War collection in the spirit of the Master Chief collection. I've heard rumors of that as well, Scott. That said, according to the aforementioned insider, these rumors probably aren't true. The report comes way of Jez Gordon, who says the collection, quote, definitely won't be at the show, end quote. And we did not see it at the show at all. Scott, if there is a collection, is it the collection of the first 3 games, or are we getting everything like we did with the Master Chief collection?
I would assume just the first 3 games, but then again, do you include Judgment? Judgment has the ending of Gears of War 3 kind of stapled to it. So where do you draw the line, really? 4 is more modern enough that I don't... Well, I was going to say it doesn't need a remaster. Then again, we are getting The Last of Us Remaster 3 now, aren't we?
Wow,
or is it 2?
This is the remaster. Yeah, exactly, right? We got The Last of Us 1, then we got a remaster of The Last of Us 1, and now we're getting the re-release of The Last of Us Part 1. Like, it's the third game.
Got Rockstar salivating over here.
Dude, it's a third game of the same game, right? Like, that's... But you know what? I can't wait to play it. So
I'm not really complaining, no, because I know it's coming over to my ecosystem. I'll be able to play it.
Yeah, speaking of your ecosystem, Scott, a new trailer confirms System Shock Remake is still coming. John Carson over at Game Informer. After a long absence, Night Dive Studio remake of System Shock made an appearance at the PC gaming show, and it's looking pretty cool. You can watch the trailer as we got going on right now, and there's an interview with Warren Spector as well over at Game Informer, so go swing over and check that out. Warren Spector, dude, long time fan of Warren Spector. Dude's been around forever. I played some of System Shock, Deus Ex back in the day. Deus Ex is where I kind of got into the realm of Warren Spector, not System Shock. You excited for this one?
I am, yes. Yeah, System Shock is the spiritual origin to BioShock. I think that's even why the nomenclature is kind of the same.
Yeah.
But it's that sort of formula that I really want to see expressed. And on that topic, actually, where is the next BioShock? Are we ever going to get another one?
I thought we were.
This will scratch the itch eventually.
Yeah, this System Shock is coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Dude, it's coming to everything. So,
oh, sorry, Nintendo
and Stadia. I was just saying.
Stadia. Oh,
yeah, man. That's a whole other show.
Gone but not forgotten.
Yeah, let's get into the next one, Scott. It's Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection PC release possibly coming soon. This is
another
awesome.
One in my ecosystem.
This comes from Mark Deschamps over at comicbook.com. Uncharted the Legacy of Thieves collection debuted on PlayStation 5 earlier this year, but fans have been patiently waiting for news of the PC version release. Well, Sony has yet to confirm that the game will arrive. It seems news could be coming soon. According to Gemetsu, the PC version has been rated in Korea, which usually indicates, Scott, that it is going to come rather quickly, and we should see some news sooner than later.
Usually as reliable as Walmart Canada, sometimes Walmart Germany.
Shots fired. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection is a compilation featuring Uncharted 4 of Thieves and Uncharted Legacy of Thieves. The PlayStation 5 version released in January, shortly before the release of Uncharted live action film, Scott, which was a fun...
I still have yet to watch that one.
It was fun. It wasn't... dude, I had a good time. It was. You go in with expectations of what you're going to get, and that's... Yeah. It is Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I think any Tom Holland movie I'm going to enjoy. I'll just say that outright. But
Yeah.
being that I haven't played through all the Uncharted games, maybe it's maybe I play this first.
Maybe, right? So, dude, you get Uncharted 4, you get Lost Legacy as well, which was an excellent DLC content, and it was long. I bet you DLC content was probably somewhere around 15-20 hours, give or take.
Holy,
Yeah,
that's a standalone.
It was long, dude. The Uncharted 4 was like 30 hours, 35 hours. So
that's my only comment from the outside is that is an exhaustingly long action movie.
Yeah, Scott, why don't you take the next one? This one, I don't know about this anymore.
Sonic Frontiers dev has no plans to delay the game following the negative response to gameplay. This is written by Michael Hart on PSU, and he goes to say that the head of Sonic team has confirmed that the studio will not be delaying Sonic Frontiers, despite the fans calling for the game to be postponed after gameplay trailers were released.
Ouch.
Chatting with VGC, Takashi Vizuka, I think I got that right, my mistake if I did not, was quizzed about his thoughts on fan reaction to the gameplay footage, and it's fair to say he wasn't surprised by the comments. Oh, that's a little sad.
Oh man, who says that, Scott? Hold up. Not surprised by the comments. Really? And you don't want to delay the game? You're just gonna go, it looks like crap.
Doesn't sound very proud.
Like it's just like, I was forced to do this project and I really didn't want to. This doesn't seem like a good move, Scott.
Maybe feeling some of that uneasiness based on the Sonic movie, which I think was well regarded, but I see holes with it. So, but he is quoted as saying, "It's not really that surprising. We do realize everyone is just kind of reacting to the videos that they saw. And because they don't understand what this new gameplay is, they're kind of comparing it to other games that they already know." Oh, you got that right. Sonic of the Wild is what I saw it as. So we do see a lot of people saying, oh, it's kind of like this, it's kind of like that, but it's not like this, it's not like that. And already the team is out and creating this new Sonic game format, and we're calling it an open zone format. This new game system itself is something that doesn't really exist on other comparable titles, so we really hope that from there until launch, we can really explain what the open zone gameplay is. You know, there's something in the wording there, and perhaps it's, I want to say maybe translation, but the idea of, well, I understand this game is not like these games that you're likening it to, and it's because you just don't understand. I don't know if that's ever the right thing to you just don't get it. I feel like that's kind of what people say about the Matrix movie when they're all about it, but you're not.
That's fair. It is something I think is one of those games you got to get in and try for yourself to see if you can get a grasp of what's going on. Dude, this isn't a Sonic game we're all used to, right? I think that's the biggest thing.
No.
We played Sonic for so long that it doesn't resonate with us when it goes to what we feel like is like an open world in a sense.
3D has always been kind of tumultuous. Sonic 06 almost killed the series from my understanding, and
right.
I get a little bit of a shudder when I look at this and think, oh no, I hope it's not 06. But running around at the speed of sound on Green Hill Zone, that has to be fun.
Wow, man, it looked interesting. I definitely want to check it out, but yeah, it's not something that we're so used to. I want to quickly get into. I played them back in the day, like a long time ago. My cousin had a Sega, so I was in there, and dude, it's a side scroller, right?
Oh, I love it. I was always Sonic, but you struck me more as a Jumpman Mario.
I went back and forth. I played Nintendo. I was on both consoles, man. I like to play games. What do you got? What do you got, man? Show me. I'll play that. Let's go. So yeah, I played.
You ever play Bubble Bobble?
No, I was not. No, dude, I went way back. There was Joust. Remember Joust way back in the day? Yeah, I was on
that was one of my favorite games as a kid.
Scott, we do have one release for today. What do we have?
That's right. We have Lumberjack. Nice combination of words there. That is on the Xbox One, Series X and S.
And that, Scott, is going to wrap up today's show. Everybody, thank you for hanging out with us. This has been ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. You can always join us live over on twitch.tv/the official ITG at 11 a.m. Eastern, over as well on YouTube at ITG Reviews. But if you can't join us live, hit us up later inside the game.ca podcast services and TV streaming networks around the globe. I'm Drew. That's Scott. We'll see everybody tomorrow. inside the game.